YouTube was good. It's your boy Paul Harris, aka the Crazy Uncle. Hey, if this your first time tuning in, go ahead hit the doggone subscribe button. Hit, which is gonna be a key word in this one, just like it was in the first one. Go ahead, hit that notification bell every time I post up new content. Now listen, you can call this part two if you want it. Feel free, okay? But I titled this one "Can't Take Black Folks Nowhere" because of what happened last night at the Oscar. So you get a comedian, which that's their sole purpose, make you laugh, might even clown on you a little bit, right? And so, but then this is like when I, you don't want to be like when keeping it real goes wrong, right? But let's just say when your ass is still in character goes wrong, right? Because and the only reason why I said it because when I did the show this morning, right, I did it before I went to the gym, right, and I really didn't get a chance to listen to what everybody else was gonna say on this on this subject matter, right? I so like later on today, right, I went and I listened to what Skip and Shannon had to say, and everybody know how Shannon is. Shannon said I'd have whipped Will Smith's ass. Just like I said, I either would have beat his ass or he would have to beat mine, right? And for the most part, I'm in total agreement with Shannon Sharp. I'll be looking at Will like, motherfucker, this is my job. I'm a comedian. I make people laugh. Ha ha, he he. Keep it moving, right? So, but then again, I look at it like this, right? You know, 6 years earlier, these same three people, right, were somewhat involved, right? Because Will and Jada, they decided they want to they gonna boycott the Oscars, right? So basically, they pretty much did the exact same shit that Spike Lee did. Matter of fact, I want to say that all three of them was in on it. They gonna boycott the Oscars, right? And I'm just like, okay, you motherfuckers really ain't did nothing that goddamn spectacular to be worthy of a motherfucking Oscar, right? Again, this is Hollywood that we're talking about here. We all know who runs Hollywood, right? And and I should have said this before I even started. Listen, I don't need nobody clowning me talking about, oh well, the crazy uncle don't like black folks, right? Well, it, again, if I was to actually really put it in a way that was actually like supposed to be put, none of you motherfuckers will get it. So I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna call it for what it is, something that all of y'all are actually really used to. So, but like I said, in other case, you can't take black folks nowhere. So, and then, so again, right? So you boycott the Emmys. You boycott the Oscars 6 years earlier, right? Now you got your Oscar. You know, so my whole deal is right. If this ain't the biggest, okay, shut the fuck up. They doing you the exact same way that they did motherfucking Spike Lee's ass, right? And then, I said, but then again, like I say, you fucked that all off because your ass can't take a joke. Or and I didn't heard people say, well, hey, look, it ain't cool to motherfucking talk about people because you don't know what the fuck is going on in their life. Okay, I get all that, right? But then here's the deal, right? If you that goddamn sensitive, again, this is what Shannon Sharp said, right? He said, look, if your ass is that goddamn sensitive, don't bring your ass to no goddamn comedy concert and sit your ass on the front row. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what the fuck is going to happen to you. Your ass going to get talked about, right? So that right there, that's been debunked for the most part. But in other case, right? You gotta look at it like this, right? This ain't the first time that black folks, so-called black folks, then had somewhat of an emotional outburst. Kanye West, look at what the fuck he did to Taylor Swift, right? I mean, she up there in all of her glory, and then what the fuck Kanye do, right? He just like say, no disrespect, but Beyonce had one of the greatest albums of all time. How come she didn't get her award, right? And again, everybody is shocked, just like they was last night, right? And it's just like what the fuck I said earlier, niggas being niggas, right? Because again, for the most part, you are on somebody else's stage, and you act like that, and then and then there was some other shit. Oh, yeah. But before I get to that, right? So with all of this stuff that happened, Chris Rock says a joke. Will Smith laughs. Then he look over at his wife. Oh, my bad. Right? And then 9 times out of 10, she probably said, look, go up there and handle that. Right? And then you with your dumb ass, that's what the fuck you did. Right? Now, I'll be the first one to tell you. I have no problem with a man act like defending his wife's honor or what have you. But at the same time, though, right? It's like what I said earlier. There's a time and place for every doggone thing. You don't go up there and embarrass yourself on national TV. Plain and simple. Is it like what I said earlier? Wait till commercial break, right? Pull him off to the side. Hey, dog, that was kind of foul, right? My wife going through some things with her hair, right? Blah, 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 or whatever. You squash it, then you drive on, right? So, speaking of the commercial break, so apparently, Alonzo Harris, Denzel Washington, and Mutt Deer, Tyler Perry, they go back there. They try to calm Will Smith down. So I'm just trying to figure out, okay, so was Tyler Perry in character? Did he talk in his actual voice, or did he show up as Mutt Deer? And then that bullshit what motherfucker Denzel said, talking about, well, when you're at your highest point, be careful because here comes the devil. But here's the deal. You got an Oscar. What role did you play? You played the old crooked cop, right? Influenced by whatever the fuck influenced your ass, right? But you gonna holler about the devil, right? And then and 9 times out of 10, Tyler Perry, he probably agreed with that shit. But then again, who the fuck is he known for? A woman, a grandmother, a man that puts on women clothes. Again, this is what the fuck. This is what the fuck the industry does to you, or the devil, if you will, right? So, and I already know a lot of motherfuckers gonna say, "Oh well, that ain't got nothing to do with it." Yes, it does. Just like I say, You're in the motherfucking industry. So this is what the fuck goes down, right? So again, I'm in total agreement with what Shannon Sharp said. Will Smith would have caught an ass whooping, just like motherfucker catch colds, right? Or if you been in the army or any branch of service, Will Smith would have got his ass laid out like TA-50. So like I said, in our case, I ain't got no problem with you defending your wife, right? But just know that, look, this is a comedian. This is what the fuck he do, right? And everybody sitting up here talking about, well, he defended his wife. That's what. And then Tiffany Haddish. Oh yeah, I saw some shit, and then so everybody for the most part. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, right? Tiffany Haddish. So she's applauded what Will did, right? And I'm just like, so you embarrass yourself on national TV, right? Because you feel like you got to prove a point here. And it's just like what my wife said, right? So Jada done put that man through hell, right? Here's somebody, when she got at her red table, again, that right there should tell you something. She get at a red table. Then she said, oh, I was addicted to porn at one point. Which again, why would you be addicted to porn if you married? Right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Big Willie style ain't so big after all. Right? That's why she went out and got with old boy, August. Right? And then she called it an entanglement. Yeah, you were right about that. Entanglement it was. His ding ding got entangled up in your lily pad. Okay? so now I'm not here to say that Will is an innocent bystander. I'm not, because ain't no telling what the hell he did. Right? And then like that bullshit you talking about, well, I was protecting the two girls that played Venus and Serena. And so and just like what I said in the previous show, I'm just like, okay, you hollering about protecting this, that, and the other. So what about your boy when you kissing him in the mouth again on national TV, right? So for the most part, Will, you all kinds of fucked up there, partner, right? So again, I kind of look at it like this: do I really fault Jada for being addicted to porn? Shit, look what the fuck he did to his own kid. So hey, it is what it is. But in either case, right? You supposed to be married to this man, and then you fuck around, and then I don't want to say that it came all to a point last night, but then he acted in a way that, okay, look, you will never be able to live what you did last night. You will never be able to live that shit down, right? Unless you actually really did that shit on purpose, right? Meaning that you didn't have enough of the industry, right? It's always like, hey, good, look, cause and effect for every goddamn thing, right? But then again, I look at it like this, right? You knew that the industry was fucked up when you come in. But just like all the rest of them, you gotta play the bullshit role. So you play the bullshit role, you get your money, then you go out and do some silly shit what you did, like what Will did last night, right? Now I'm not sitting there defending Will, right? I'm more on Chris Rock's side than I am on Will Smith's side, right? But all what I'm saying is that okay, this was something that you boycotted not even 6 years earlier. So for me, right, I'm just like, okay, if I'm gonna boycott something, right? Now, unless the people, whoever run the Oscars, they was like, okay, we get it, we got it, we gonna try to do better, right? And then you win, then I'm like, okay, so whatever the fuck that you did, now you're reaping the benefits of it. But then again, I'm just looking at it like this. Why the fuck you worried about something like the Oscars that for the most part, you and everybody else, all of the so-called black folks, black actors and actresses, right? I mean, why go create your own shit. Stop trying to capture their shit. And again, I'm not actually really trying to make this into something than what it is. I'm just putting facts. I'm just stating facts for the most part. You know, be like that. What was that? Hollywood Shuffle. With what the name? Robert Towns said, "Hey, look, there's work at the post office." So, but all I'm saying is this, people. Hey, it's the right way and the wrong way to do things, right? Will Smith, what the fuck you did last night? That was wrong, right? Black on black crime at its highest. That's what the fuck you did, right? And then with Chris Rock, he came out, you know what? I ain't gonna press no charges or whatever, right? But just know this: I really don't think that this is the end of it. Chris Rock may actually really try to get back at it, right? And if he don't, hey, then good for him, right? But it's just like uh, who was that? Stephen A. Smith. That's what he said, right? And everybody for the most part is saying, "Hey, look, Will should have got his ass whooped last night," right? Whether it was by Chris Rock or some of his people, some of the people that rode with Chris Rock or whatever. Will should have got his ass whooped last night. So at least that's what everybody's saying, right? I don't want to hear that bullshit talking about where he defending his wife and all that kind of stuff. No, dog, that motherfucker trying to get brownie points. That's all what the fuck that was. So hey, take it for what it's worth, people. So with that being said, hey, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner. Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Till next time.